Hello everyone, today I'm back again with another tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to learn the backend of Adonis.js, and also we will try to know how to connect from our Nuxt frontend with this Adonis.js. Okay, so here I have prepared the lessons that I'm going to cover today. So we are going to learn route, controller, model, inquiry. So if you are not familiar with these terms, so feel free to stick with this video. Hopefully at the end of this video you will get a little bit overview, and if you try to learn more about these things, you can read the documentation. It's really easy. So before I going to show, I will start from the scratch, from where you can find these things. So normally your application are like this, and we need to start from the routes first. So yeah, you have to go to the app directory, and then you will find something like start, and then in start you will have route.js. Okay, so this is the route we are this is where we are going to declare all of our routes. But normally in a bigger application you will want to separate your routes in different folders. So yeah, we will also learn that part later. Okay, so this is your actually this part routes. I hope you already know this. So what does that mean? Is that mean if you do not have any route defined, then this route is going to be executed, and this will render your front-end applications. Okay, so let's write our first route. So we will write a get request. So this is how you do. Normally you can return your data using a closure function with it, but we are not going to learn this way either way, because no one uses this way in nowadays. Okay, so I am going to define some route app test route, and then we are going to create a controller and a method so that we can execute some code. So how do we create controller in Adonis.js? So this is how you create a controller. Adonis make controller test controller. So it will suggest whether you want to create a controller for WebSocket or HTTP. So in future I'm going to show you WebSocket, and we'll develop some chat applications. Also, yeah, you will be able to learn how to build chat application with your mobile for your mobile application as well. So yeah, stick with this channel and you will learn something really good. And please help me help supporting this videos and channel, because we are really new. Okay, sorry for this extra talking, and let's get back to the coding. Okay, so we are going to create HTTP requests. So yeah, that's okay. So where this route is living is, it is under app, and then we have a controller folders, and then we have a test controller. Okay, so this is where you're going to define your methods. Okay, one thing you have to keep in mind is that every function or method you write has to be async, and because this is the advantage of Node.js, everything is async, and it makes your application faster. So do not forget to make your function async where needed. Okay, async. Let's make a test method, and here you can pass a few arguments here: request, response, and quite a lot of things. So yeah. Okay, now let's return some simple text. And we are going to use this one and the method. Okay, so what this route mean, if you are very new to route and if you have not used before, then this is what it means. So if you write something like this in your browser or URL, so what it happens, it will search this file, and it will try to match whether any get method have this similar address, and then it will try to call this test controller file, and then it will look for the test method. So then this code will be executed. Okay. Okay, this one is the test one, so it is not defined yet. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you here is very important and very annoying. and this thing is that if you change something in your route folder, route file, it will not get automatically updated. So what you have to do is that you have to change something. After changing here, you have to do some changes here like this, or yeah. So and only after that your file is going to be reloaded, so it will get the new code, you see. So some simple text is getting returned. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more important feature in your route, which is a passing parameter in your URL. So what you can do is you can pass with ID, and then this is how you pass. You can pass unlimited, but yeah, this is how you pass, and we can access it. Test method with data. So normally you get it in your params, and you can return this params.id because you have declared ID here, so it will be recognized as ID. Okay, let's copy this route name. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all about the route things because you will easily be able to find them out from their documentation, and it's really easy if you have not looked at them, and I'm going to show you how you can find that. Sorry, it is Adonis.js. So yeah, it's extreme. This their documentation is really good, and if you're familiar with Laravel, then it's going to be really simple. Okay, so everything is defined here like this. Okay, so you will be able to learn a lot of things, but basically what we will be needing is this two type of route at the moment, and then you just can add the post verbs, http verb. That's okay. Okay, now you have learned a little bit about the controller and also the routes, and now we are going to make model, which is really important. So let's make some model. Adonis make model. Let's build some application, and we are going to build some to-do task list application. Okay, so let's make some task list, and normally you can create a migration file. So if you are not familiar with what is migration, so migration are normally you can define your tables and table columns and data types, and then you can actually create your mysql tables directly using command using the CLI, Adonis CLI, so which is really important. So you can create them separately, or but normally you should not do it. I do it. We in our team we do it together. So this is, I'm going to skip a few things that are really annoying and people do not use it in their day-to-day life. So what we use, we'll be showing you how you can use that as well. So Adonis make model task list -m, which that means that we are going to create this task list model and also its migration file. So you see the model has been created, and also a migration file with a little schema has been created, which you can find under database folder, then migration, and the migration file name. So the model is actually created under model folder, and then you can find the model here. So simple model has been created. Okay, now let's see what we have in our migration. Okay, so this is the migration file, and yeah, that's a very simple things, and you can find all of these things from the documentation. So my focus only is that I'm going to cover a little bit basic, and then trying to build some good application, because if you have come this far, I suppose you already know this kind of basic stuff. And yeah, let's move on, and we need to create a database for that. So currently this is saying Adonis.js. Let's say tutorial, or maybe let's make a database name called task. Okay, so we have to have a database created. Add a database task. So we have a database created as task. Now we can create a migration. Now we have to define our schema here. So this is how you define. First of all, we are going to have a increment. We have an ID here. So task, we're going to have a string, and the column name is type is string, and column name is let's say task name, and then we create a boolean, let's say yeah, boolean is done, let's say default 0, so that means the task is not done. So let's create the table Adonis migration run. So this will run the migration and it will create a table. So if you go back to our database and refresh it, we will see we have a migration schema. You can see this one is created, and we have a task list table. And one important thing you need to notice is that we have a table, our model name is singular task list, and we will have a similar table, but it will be plural. Okay, so this is also one important fact you need to know. Okay, let's bring this one here. Okay, now let's create some let's create some data using post method. So we will use postman for that. So in from our list, we have learned route and controller, and we are working on model, and also we are working on the query as well. Sorry guys, there is little bit problem with making videos because I'm really new and I don't edit the video. So I try to make the video at first chance. So yeah, I'm very much new, so please bear with me. So we need to make a route with post with the verb post. So route.post. Let's make a route called add task list. You can have an underscore here. It doesn't matter. It's your personal preference or whatever the way you want to do. Add task. Request response. Okay, so the data, we will be passing some data here, and we can access this data. We will actually return it to show you how you can access this data. So it is under request.all. So if you do request.all, you will be able to get the data. So let's send some data. Let's call it task name, my first task. So we are not going to give is done because is done by default is false, 0, so it will automatically be created. So let's skip that. Let's copy our route name. Okay, well, we have got an error, so let's see what is the error. Invalid CSRF token. So normally it is being checked with the CSRF token, and since I'm trying to access my access this application from an external source, so it will protect the application. So yeah, we need to stop the CSRF token. Let's see where it is. Cookie HTTP. Okay, it's under security shield.js. Okay, so you see access x frame no sniff CSRF enable is true, so I will make it false for the time being. Though you should not make this false because it's one of the important security security, so you have to take this into account. But since we have to use this postman, so we are going to make it disabled for the time being. Okay, we need to see if our route is correct. Yeah. So okay, so here we got an error, and let's see what this error mean, because it's good to understand. So normally when you become a very good developer, you will always try to analyze the error and learn from it. Okay, so let me show you what error I got and why it is occurring. So normally if you face any kind of error in your development, do not skip that. Do not try to solve it and move ahead. So instead of trying to solve directly, first of all try to understand why this error occurred. Then in your in day-to-day life, you will be able to be more mature developer. Okay, so let's understand what this error actually. So it is saying that it is returning my whole page. So that means it is returning everything. So what I can, yeah, you see it is returning this whole home page. So meaning is that I already told you, if any route doesn't match, then this one is going to be executed. So clearly I can understand is that this route has been hit and none of them has been matched. So that is clearly I can see that this is add task list, but in my route it says app then add task list. So this is how you track down an error. Perfect. So I got the task name here, task name, my first task. Perfect. So now let me show you how you create it. Okay. So in order to insert something into your database table, you have to use the model. Okay. So let's use the model, and let's have a variable constant task list. Let's find out our model name. Actually, let's use this way, and app model and task list. Okay, it is not being able to find our model. So it is the name of the folder is models, not model. So let's use this plural. So as you can see that one row has been created. Okay, we can create multiple my second task. Okay, so we have some task created. Now let's retry this task. You can use resource routes, but yeah, I'm going to show you this way. Yeah, task. Also in my next video, I will show you why this method is wrong, and you should never use this way of creating any model in your database. So you have to use you have to take some security in consideration. So you never ever use this way for creating any data or inserting in data into your database. So this is extremely insecure. Okay, we don't need to pass anything here, simply we need to return. So this is how you return. There is a lot of other ways, to interact with your database. You can interact with your database using row query, but we will be using Adonis.js. It's built-in yeah, built-in ORM, which is almost closer to the Laravel Eloquent. So we're going to use that. it's really awesome. Task list.query. We can say the task list.all. Okay, get task list, and it should be a get method. So you see we have all the task lists returned as a JSON format. Now if you return a specific task list, you can pass the ID get, and you can pass the ID of it, and you can get single task, get single task. We will pass params here, return. So normally when you interact with the database, you use await, but since we are not executing any code after return, so it doesn't make any sense to use await. So just let's run task list.query, where this is your where condition. It's actually similar like select task list from select all from task list where ID equals something. So this is how you write an ID, where ID equal params.id. So since we're getting only one row, so we will be using first. There is another method which you can use as get. Get will give you an array, and first will give you an object. Okay, so we will return number 2. Perfect. So we got this one. Now let me show you how you can update it. My video is getting a little bit longer, but that's fine. We will cover the edit and delete, and in my next video I will try to show you some simple security things you have to take care while you insert, update or delete. So stick with me. This is going to be interesting. Route, you can use route.get, route.post or route.update, anything, but normally I will use post instead. Let's update it. Update task, and we will pass ID, task list, update task. So you can pass ID with your URL, or you can pass it with your post method, with your post data body. I will use post instead. Request, return. Query, we don't have .all.id. So first of all, let me show you how you can access the ID. So return request.all.id. Okay, my return spelling is wrong. Okay, you see, I can return it 3. Perfect. So you can have constant ID equal this, and then you can use ID directly. You can do it in a very lazy way, and the lazy way is like passing request.all. So let's not do I will show you in the next video why request.all is really does not make any sense, and you can still use this request.id, and here is that. Okay, so task name, let's say first task is updated, and after that I will return. So after updating, it will return 1 or 0 based on the update. So yeah, 1. So that means task list has been updated. So let's check if it was updated with the get. So you can use get one, you see. Okay, so okay, it is 3. So third one was updated actually. First task is updated. Perfect. So it is updating. And again, this is a very wrong way to update any records. So yeah, I will explain in my next video why this way of doing updating, deleting, and insertion or inserting is really wrong. I will show you the correct way. Now let's delete something. Okay, delete task. So take this again, do again. I'm just copying pasting so that I can save some time. Query where ID, and then you just write this delete function and it will delete the task. Okay, so it is just getting. We need to have another post that will delete. You can write delete task. Okay, we're getting an error. Let's check what is the error. Again, so again it is returning the whole page, so that means this one is not correct, or we don't have any route with this name. So let's see if we don't have actually. Post app delete task. Okay, okay, I think we have updated this one. So this file was not updated, so let's do some changes here, and then we hit this. Okay, application is booting. Yeah, okay, so this one has been deleted. So let's check the database. We have 2 task list. Okay, perfect. So we have from this video we have learned edit, delete, update, insert, and in next video what I will be showing you, I will teach you what is the normal security you should take care when you do any update, any delete, any insert. No matter what it is, you always have to take them in your considerations. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video this far. Please like, subscribe, comment, give your valuable feedback so that I can really improve. So I'm really new to this YouTube video making. I hope I can make a much better video in coming days. Stick with me, and yes, I will make videos on GraphQL, Nuxt GraphQL, and then also I will show you real-time chart application, and quite interesting project based. So my video and focus is that I build things on based on projects. So different project I will be building, which will be really needed for any freelancer or web developer. So if you want to become a full stack web developer, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.